that the trend is rather positive on the bourse this week. Can the stock exchange sustain it for next week?
Yeah, the trend this week was positive. Net it was it rose about 0.9% on last week's closing. We think what we're seeing in the stock exchange is a phase of gradual rallies while we see a consolidation. This overall we think is a positive for the bourse. Of course, as you're aware, and as any investor is aware, a too sharp a rise does tell you that we could have a sharp drawback. What we're seeing is a gradual rally followed by consolidations. Of course, that consolidation is keen profit takers coming to the market. Today was no exception. We saw the market rally up about 0.23%. Of all stocks traded, 44 stocks gained, 30 stocks lost, while 61 stocks traded flat. Among the top gainers were Intercontinental Bank, Honeywell, Ico Insurance, and Nimet Pharmaceuticals. Among the top losers were Carpoil, Oasis Insurance, Red Star Express, and ABC Transport. We think the trend will likely persist into next week, where we would see a short time of rally and some consolidation precipitated by profit takers. We think overall the fundamentals of the economy, as well as the record liquidity pumped into the economy by the central bank, should continue to support a rally. But of course, there are a number of challenges to that as well. Fenley?
And take us through which stocks you're keeping an eye on for next week as UBA.
Generally, I will be keeping an eye on blue chip stocks. On my mind would be a flour mills, and I'll tell you why. I think as long as we keep seeing this record liquidity and the stimulus spending by the government, we think demand will grow for goods and services in Nigeria, while corporate borrowing costs would dip. That, of course, could see a sustained momentum, rather rise in corporate earnings, which we think will continue to fuel that expectation. We think will continue to support a rally. So for next week, I would keep my eyes on the blue chips. I'll keep my eyes on the flour mills, Nigeria.
But flour mills is definitely just a safe bet because they've been doing really well since the beginning of the year. Let's talk about Nigerian breweries. It's expected to come out with results. Our analyst yesterday was rather bullish on the stock. Do you agree with those sentiments?
I agree, but I wouldn't say a Nigerian breweries is a stock I would see as a fast growth stock. However, it's a play I would personally go into it if I wanted to at this point. So I would say Nigerian breweries, yes, I'm slightly bullish on Nigerian breweries, but not. I wouldn't expect the Nigerian breweries to double its earnings in a year. No way.
And we're also expecting the company to do some cost-cutting measures. Our analyst once again said yesterday that the company should cut down on their marketing. Would you agree with that? And is that all that the company should do in terms of cutting costs?
I don't think so. I think above all, Nigerian breweries need to fight its competitors, and those competitors extend beyond its immediate niche product, which is of course alcoholic beverages. We have a lot of competitors coming in from the sidelines, and those are the ones they need to focus on. A big part of that isn't necessarily about the quality of the product. No, it's more or less it's more about the image associated with Nigerian breweries product, which is often seen as a beverage for 40 and above, while a lot of the youngsters and those coming in would rather go for the young, shall we say, trendier products. So I, for one, if I was CEO of Nigerian breweries, wouldn't cut down marketing, but I would rather target my marketing to the younger generation to take a chunk of that business. Fenley?
Akinwonuola, just before you go, I'm just trying to gauge the sentiments in Nigeria in terms of the telecom sector right now. We've heard that New Generations Telecoms is the preferred bidder for NITEL, but there's lots of controversy surrounding it. Just take us through what the sentiment is like there, what market players are facing right now.
Sentiments are mixed. As you may be aware, NITEL has been plagued with this kind of investor crisis. We've had several people try to come into NITEL. They've paid upfront fees as we get, and crisis send it all back. Now NITEL is somewhat of a black box. You've got so many debt issues, the liabilities issues hidden in that group. So any investor coming in is bound to face crises, from the entrenched unions to the hidden liabilities of the company. While feelings are mixed, people are enthusiastic. the government is looking at selling it for 2.5 billion compared to what they got the other time was, I think, about just over 1 billion. So it does seem like a good deal. But overall, we think a lot of the hidden issues surrounding Nitel may plague this process. While we want to see it through, well, we'll see how fast they can resolve the crisis. So the mood here is just generally mixed on that issue.